What's going on, everybody? Brezzy43, I am back. Today we're going to be doing some ranked battles, and I'm going to be showcasing a new team that I've been working on. I don't think it's a perfect team. In fact, I have actually kind of gone through some streaks with it recently, um, but I do think it is pretty solid. I've been trying to play a bunch of games as much as I can, and I've been seeing some interesting innovations happening in Series 10. There's been a handful of teams that have been rising up with interesting tech as well as interesting Pokemon that are seeing some love. We've been seeing this double grass core from a lot of these really popular cores, including Kyogre, Zacian teams. This Amoonguss plus Rillaboom or Amoonguss plus Serena or even Rillaboom plus Serena, all very strong on the right team. And Double Grass is just really good in this metagame in general. So today we're going to be looking at a team that kind of rose up a little bit from some of my other ideas, and it turned into the amalgamation that's in front of you here. So I started off this team. Um, this is a Quiver Dancing Volcarona. So the idea behind this set is to be relatively bulky, and pretty good speed, pretty good special attack, and the idea is to get a Quiver Dance or two off, um, and try to sweep with Fiery Dance and Giga Drain. I think Fiery Dance and Giga Drain are the best moves that you can run, but obviously, like most things, are going to be hit for really good damage by Fiery Dance, and those things that aren't are going to take good damage from Giga Drain, specifically water types, right? And the idea rose up with Rillaboom plus Volcarona, giving you this really, like, Assault Vest Rillaboom, this really bulky support Pokemon that gets access to Knockoff, Fake Out, U-Turn, really good pivoting potential, and pair it with Volcarona to try to help Volcarona set up Quiver Dances. Now, Volcarona is phenomenal into opposing Zacian teams, just because Zacian can't really hit it for very good damage, and you can just get multiple Quiver Dances off and just kind of run away with the game. And originally, I tried this team out with Gothitelle and Yveltal and a couple of other Pokemon as well, just to like try to center the team around, trapping things in next to Gothitelle, like a Quiver Dance to Volcarona, like Stakataka, like Yveltal, things that would make your opponent uncomfortable. The reality was it just didn't really come to fruition in sort of the way that I hoped it would. Um, so I ended up settling on this here. So the rest of the team is going to be a Focus Sash, Water, or Shifu. Pretty standard, nothing special about this. I just needed a good water type. You could run my Milotic here. My Milotic is kind of interesting, but you ultimately can kind of decide for yourself. Water or Shifu is great. Araquanid's pretty good. My Milotic is nice. Lots of good water types. Suicune's pretty good here as well. We actually get Tailwind in the form of Mandibuzz. Now, Mandibuzz arrived on this team because I needed help um, with the Calyrex matchup, but this comes at the cost of the Kyogre matchup. Kyogre's a little bit tricky, so Mandibuzz is relatively good. It's not amazing, but it's pretty okay. Um, I might be looking to upgrade this slot back into something else, but for now we're going to leave it as Mandibuzz. Really bulky physical, or really bulky special attacking Landorus with Rocky Helmet, and then a Zacian, pretty standard Zacian as well. So let's go ahead and just jump into some games. Um, but Quiver Dancing Volcarona has been phenomenal for me. I've really enjoyed using it. Yesterday I went on a really good streak with 8 wins, 1 loss. Today I'm basically like almost the reverse. I think I'm only 3 wins and like 6 losses or 7 losses. So it's been an interesting team to use. But this guy's name is Rain, so we've got some Trick Room stuff with Calyrex Shadow. It's really interesting. Okay. Well, no Intimidate from my opponent. Um, my default lead against this kind of stuff is why Calyrex Shadow? Huh. My default lead against this stuff is Mandibuzz Rillaboom. And so I think I may end up going with that here to beat this. I do want Zacian, obviously. I could lead Mandibuzz Zacian. That would be pretty good. Um, No, I think I'm going to stick with this. And then last, I think Urshifu's probably fine, although it doesn't match up. Maybe Landorus is what I want. Gives me another answer to electric. Pretty good into. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll with this. Really interesting team from my opponent, to be honest. The Trick Room matchup is not amazing. The Trick Room matchup does require kind of pivoting and smart play overall. Mandibuzz helps it out quite a bit. All right, so this looks like pretty standard. All right, so we could actually show off Whirlwind here. We could fake out Whirlwind. That would actually be pretty good. Whirlwind is actually not something I've been super impressed with, but it actually looks like it's going to be pretty good here. All right, so let's go ahead and Snarl plus Knockoff. Actually, we could just U-turn as well. U-turn gets me more momentum. The question is, what is this Torkoal set? I don't have a fire resist, so that's part of the reason why I want to knock off here. But I think Snarl should help quite a bit. Torkoal's pretty weak offensively, so let's see. Okay, so our U-turn goes first. No protects from my opponent. Out into Landorus. I can't really safely go into Zacian here, especially if Snarl misses. I would just kind of be punting. Let's see. Wow, really slow Rillaboom. Holy cow. Oranguru. Okay. Okay, this probably won't do too much. It is -1. Okay. Okay, well, I am going to go ahead and go with, not Tailwind. I am going to go for the Whirlwind again. And then I'm going to go ahead and go with the Earth Power into the Torkoal. Okay. Calyrex. Okay. I'm kind of in an awkward position now here. Maybe Whirlwinding there was incorrect since I did show it to them. I should have just attacked. Should have gone with Snarl or something. Because now it kind of feels like my opponent could go for a pretty safe play and protect Calyrex and switch into Rillaboom, but I can't really stop that. Is that what they're going for? Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm not really sure that we can stop the Calyrex here, so I think I'm gonna go. So the only Trick Room payoff they have is Torkoal, and it's really weak. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go with a foul play and then U-turn. I'm expecting my Landorus to die here, but I'm not entirely sure that I really need it. Okay, the Barrage comes out. Mandibuzz takes that perfectly. It's probably Sash Calyrex if I had to guess on a team like this, but that remains to be seen. Yep. Okay, so that was the last turn of Grass. Mandibuzz will die here, but I can bring back in my Rillaboom and I can just like continuously Grassy Glide that slot. Um, I think I'm still in an okay position. I could have gone for Snarl there and probably done a good amount of damage to it either way, but okay, so I'm gonna bring in Zacian and Rillaboom. Okay, so now I'm expecting the Oranguru to switch into Rillaboom. So the question is, do I want to try and double that slot and run the risk of it not protecting? I feel like I could just go for a substitute plus a Grassy Glide, but what is that weak to? I mean, if they make the play of switch, then I can go for... They're forced to fake out the Rillaboom next turn, and I can't really stop that. I don't... I did do a good amount of damage to their Rillaboom, actually, so if I do, I could snipe it on the way in. If I remember correctly, it's pretty low. Yeah, this should knock it out. The Rocky helmet and the other chip that I had gotten on it evened it out for sure. And this Calyrex is just like permanently pinned here. Because I can just keep Grassy gliding that slot, and yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead. This time I am going to sub and Grassy glide the Calyrex. And if they set Trick Room, then they set Trick Room, but I think that this is going to be my game here. Okay, giving me the Torkoal. I think I take this. Nope. Okay. I mean, if they're just kind of waiting for me to mess up, then I get it, but play to your outs, right? I feel like I'm just going to not mess around with these substitutes anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and attack the Oranguru. I'm expecting it to take it because it's a bulky Pokemon, but I think that this is fine. It got a little dicey there. The how many turns? I'm just going to check Grassy terrain turns here quick. 3. Okay, so they would need a triple protect or an ally switch. I don't even know if Oranguru gets ally switch. It might. I probably didn't need to go for the substitute last turn. Sure. Okay. Really interesting team. I feel like Calyrex Ice would have been pretty scary on that team, but Shadow Rider with Instruct seems pretty crazy to me actually. Um, so I kind of like that. But let's take a look. Yeah, Mental Herb, not max HP. That's interesting. Maybe it's calced for something specific. Rillaboom with AV, max HP, a lot of attack with knockoff. Pincurchin. I've been seeing a rise up in this Pokemon a bit, to be honest. It is a nice answer to Amoonguss, or at least like sits in front of Amoonguss. It was Specs too, okay. That must be why it did so much damage. Sagataka probably would have been pretty good against my team, to be truthful. And then Calyrex, Sash. No Trick Room on the Calyrex, and Energy Ball for Kyogre. Cool. That was an interesting team. I think the matchups that are the most problematic for this team, I think, are Kyogre and some Calyrex Shadow teams. They're not like unwinnable, but if your opponent plays well, then it can be really tough. So I've got a couple of ideas in mind. For example, I'm thinking about trying Latias in the slot for the Mandibuzz. Now it does make my Calyrex Shadow Rider matchup a bit worse, but I can redistribute some EVs into bulk on Zacian and rely on Rillaboom Zacian as a lead. Um, okay, so this is typical Zacian stuff. For the most part, the Grimmsnarl is a little bit different for me. And then the Amoonguss is obviously something that has to be respected. I think Volcarona Rillaboom is a good lead here. Um, Volcarona Rillaboom gives me pretty nice control to set up a Quiver Dance if I want to. I could also lead Rillaboom Zacian instead if I want to, but Landorus is good. I'm a little bit worried about the Amoonguss, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. And then Zacian. Um, yeah. Let's go ahead and try this. I'm a little bit worried about this Amoonguss. And I'm assuming this is Water Urshifu as well, so I'm going to need to make sure that I preserve my Rillaboom so I have good answers to Urshifu and the Eleki. I do have the Landorus as well, but... Okay. This is cool with me. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and Quiver. And then fake out the Incin. I'm assuming double screens Grimmsnarl here, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Could be like Thunder Wave or something too, which would be pretty scary. Reflect, okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about the Flare Blitz, but I think I can pretty safely go for the U-turn into the Landorus and get an Intimidate down. It does chew through my berry pretty quickly, but I'm not sure that that really makes a difference. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's what I was kind of worried about. But let's see what happens. Oh, we crit him. Yeah. Okay. Ah, we were still faster too. Wow. We were still faster. That's kind of crazy. I thought about protecting there. That would have been a completely free turn if I had protected. Okay. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and keep the revolving door of Pokemon going. I'm going to go ahead and U-turn and Fiery Dance. If they go for a sub, that's probably going to be fine. Light screen, okay. I don't think Zacian's going to appreciate this, but I think we take this. Yeah. Okay, so I don't think I want to go into... I don't think I want to go into Zacian just yet. I think that going into Rillaboom, putting it back on Fake Out Pressure is good. Okay, well, not if we get 2 turns of Paralysis in a row. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay. Gonna go ahead and Quiver again. And U-turn here. Going for the gold, I see. Okay. All right, so this Volcarona is completely set up right now. We just need to not get we just need to not get paralyzed anymore. That would be great. I wonder if he's gonna give this to me. I'm gonna attack this slot, keep him honest, and protect you. This is really bad if he pivots into Incineroar, which he might do. We'll have to see. Because attacking the Grimmsnarl there is like completely free. I don't want my Rillaboom to take unnecessary damage. Yeah, okay. Right, so like I said, Earth powering that slot would have been amazing. And then going for the Fiery Dance into the Grimmsnarl would have been amazing as well. Oh, they double switch, okay. Into a Lecky, interesting. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and protect. I'm guessing it's Sash. And then just Earth Power the Incin. If they fake out, they fake out, but... Okay, we got the Protect off, that's great. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I gotta check their turns of screens. Okay, they're on their last couple of turns of Reflect, and then they've still got a few turns of Light Screen. Okay. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and U-turn off this guy now. Volt Switch, sure. Something's taking a Fiery Dance. Okay, Grimmsnarl's gonna take it. Wow, that didn't do anything. Okay, I'm gonna go into my Zacian here. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna go into my Rillaboom, sorry. I don't know if my Volcarona will take this Flare Blitz. I'm going to guess not. Oh, Parting Shot. Okay. Sure. Okay. All right. We're back at neutral special attack. No special attack boosts from Fiery Dance. They have 1 turn left of Reflect and 3 turns of Light Screen. Okay. Sorry, I have a cat climbing on all of my things. Okay, that's fine. Take another Quiver. So we're back at effectively +1, which means we do outspeed this Zacian. Or we should outspeed this Zacian, rather. Come on down, buddy. What are you doing? He likes to climb all over my computer. Alright, Fiery Dance. Switch to Lando. I still haven't brought my Zacian out yet, so I have to be careful about my... I have to save one of my Pokemon here for... I have to save the Landorus or the Rillaboom for the Regieleki. I can't let them both go down. Oh, Fiery Dance connects. Good damage. Still no special attack boost. That's crazy. All right. Well, we get the hit here. The Rocky Helmet goes off, which is great. I think we're still sitting okay. Okay, another Parting Shot, sure. At least I get to see who they go into now. If they go into a Lecky, I probably go into my own Zacian. Okay, they go into Grim. Okay, so I'm going to go into Zacian with the intent to switch into Rillaboom, predicting their Incineroar. We've had 3 Fiery Dances as well with no special attack boost. Last turn of Light Screen for them. Alright, so Fiery Dance, switch. Wait, how many turns left of Grassy Terrain? 2? Okay. Switch. This entices them to go for Thunder Wave. I'm also predicting that their Zacian switches here, or protects. I would have a hard time believing that they would leave it in if they're going to go for a Thunder Wave, because I am back at +2. So let's see. Okay. Yep. My Zacian won the speed tie, which is kind of unfortunate, but let's see. My Volcarona's at -6 attack. That's funny. Yep. Okay, give us a special attack boost, please. No. Okay. Okay, no fake out. That's what I was expecting. So the parting shot should go off before my Rillaboom attacks, so... Oh, Flare Blitz. Okay. Into... Wow. And I get the paralysis. That's unfortunate. I'm stunned, by the way, that we've gone 3 or 4 different attacks now with no Fiery Dance boost. That's wild. Okay. My Citrus Berry's still intact. I'm at +3. I could try to go for a Quiver Dance here, but I'm also at +3 special defense, so okay. What's taking this? Ilecki. Okay, so I'm breaking the stash on the Ilecki. That's pretty nice. Special attack boost. Wow. Are you kidding? This is wild. Okay. Okay, Behemoth Blade should pick up from here, so this is a pretty safe attack. I think I can go for a... I'll just go for a Fiery Dance again here. Actually, I'll go for a Giga Drain. Giga Drain seems good. And then I'll go ahead and just Behemoth Blade the Incineroar slot. Okay. Is this where you just sacrifice the Grimmsnarl? Or sacrifice the Zacian, okay. Okay. Zacian doesn't take this. I wonder if Giga Drain picks up from where we are as well. I'm not sure if it will. Nope. Okay. I don't know if this is the right move or not. This battle is also taken super long. My opponent's going to have to get lucky on some flinches here. Oh, not flinches, some paralyses here. I think protecting is pretty obvious, so okay. Nope, just goes for damage. Oh, are you kidding? Are you joking? What? Are you kidding? I would have won this turn if I had gotten. Wow, this seems to be the story of my games lately. To be honest, it's kind of sad. Just like I lost one game earlier today to a 10% Flare Blitz, and now I lose this game to. That didn't do anything. Did my opponent just throw? No, they're still gonna have another Pokemon left. It looks like. No, I think they just threw it back to me. So, or maybe not. No, they got it. Okay. That was 5 fiery dances without bummer. Man. Well, I mean it happens. That's Pokemon, right? I was saying I lost a game earlier today to my opponent. I had my Mandibuzz left over, and my opponent had two remaining Pokemon, and one of them was an Indeedee, and the other one was an Incineroar. And their Incineroar burned my Mandibuzz when it didn't have like any HP left, or when it was like it brought it really low and it died on the Flare Blitz. My opponent was able to stall out the burn damage to kill me from the Indeedee, where normally like my Mandibuzz picked up the KO on the Incineroar and then was just gonna sit there and wall the Indeedee. And now this felt like the same thing, right? Like 10% chance to paralyze. Unfortunate, but that battle went a lot longer than I was anticipating. So I'm gonna have to stop the video there, but yeah, the team's really cool. I do think it's actually a pretty solid team. You do have to play well, but Quiver Dancing Volcarona is really solid, as you can tell. Thunderwave just wasn't very kind to us, and neither was Fiery Dance. Um, if you want to run Flamethrower over Fiery Dance, then I definitely don't blame you. Here, I'll pull up the team quick. Um, let's make it a rental. The if you want to run flamethrower instead of fiery dance, that extra bit of damage is kind of nice, or heat wave if you want the spread. But I've been really like this was the first game in a while that fiery dance was actually bad for me. 50% chance to increase your special attack by one is pretty crazy, um, and so I've really liked it overall. Let's go ahead and let's take down this one. This is a pretty old team. But yeah, no, I think it's promising. I think I'm interested in Latias, um, just because it's still really good into Kyogre and it's also really good into Groudon. There's been a handful of teams that have been rising up with like Cherim Groudon stuff, and this team just Latias does very well into that. You can run Grass Knot for both Kyogre and Groudon. You can run Psychic for Urshifu. You can run Ice Beam for Landorus and for Rillaboom, and then you can run Tailwind, or you can run Icy Wind instead of Ice Beam if you want to. There's a lot of cool things you can do with the team. So let's go ahead and. But like I said, the only thing that is incorrect about this team, or incorrect, is that the Mandibuzz does not have Roost. Mandibuzz would normally want Roost. Whirlwind looked pretty good there, so like Whirlwind's not a bad move by any means, but you typically like want to run Roar or Whirlwind when you typically want to run Roar or Whirlwind when you're like countering Zacian or checking Zacian, and then side effects of like checking Trick Room. But it looked pretty good there for me. But yeah, give this team a try. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Sorry we couldn't clutch that last one out, but it did feel like a really close game, and I had a lot of fun playing it. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will catch you all in the next video.